Welcome everyone for today's episode of a Career Mastery Talks. If you are a job seeker or a professional looking to switch your job and want to learn secrets behind building a powerful career, finding the right opportunities and earning the income you truly deserve, then grab your pen and notebook. Get ready for the powerful episode which is filled with actionable tips, career secrets, and proven strategies to fast track your job search. Because today we have someone very special with us, a mid career coach who has helped countless professionals to double their income and land in a high paying job in 21 days and build a powerful personal brand on LinkedIn. She has 16 years of work experience in a corporate world. She is Amazon best-selling author for the book Build the Most Exceptional You. Our special guest for today is Megha Javle. I welcome you, Megha, on this podcast.
Thank you so much, Sandip, for having me here. And I'm very excited for this conversation.
Thank you for joining, Megha. It's our pleasure to have you with us. Before diving, Megha, I would like to request you quickly share little about your journey and how you become a coach and transforming like so many lives so far. Please share.
Okay, so to talk about my journey, I am an engineering professional. I used to design steel structures, power plant structures in industrial sector, thermal power sector, oil and gas sector. That was my job role earlier. So I'm a hardcore civil structural engineer who used to work behind the scenes and used to do a lot of technical work. I used to love my job, of course. However, after 16 years of experience, I realized that more than engineering, what I was truly passionate about helping people to grow. I started with personal growth. I mean, first with myself, and then, of course, I used to help a lot of people around me in my company, my juniors, my colleagues. I started with that, and of course, there used to be a lot of relatives who used to come and ask me certain guidance about career. I used to enjoy that process. And after 16 years of this entire journey, I realized that I should explore what I really passionate about. And however, I was not very clear about what I can do and how I can monetize what I really love to do. And that time was a time wherein I was at peak of my career. I had a lot of opportunities to grow in the corporate ladder as well. I was in a well placed situation, high status job, high status career, and salary was also good. Everything was good. But somewhere inside my heart, there was no fulfillment. And I used to ask this question to myself that is it something that I am here for? I think no, there is something else that I have to do. And from there, I just started exploring. I started reading a lot of books. I started enrolling myself into a lot of international coaches, personal development programs like Robin Sharma and all. And I realized that my purpose maybe is different. And eventually, when the pandemic was there, I was working from home. That time I was working in a company, MNC. That was a time wherein I realized that now I think I should take a break to explore what is my purpose and what exactly I should be doing with my life. And I took a calculated risk. I quit my high paying job just to explore what I can do.
Yeah.
So I quit there. And then eventually I meet a lot of mentors, coaches who really help me to understand what is my passion, what is my true inclination, not just that but how I can monetize also, because that is the important part. Because ultimately we have to also build that professionally, not as a hobby or not something that you just like. And eventually starting from 2021, I started working as a mid-career coach. I started helping professionals just like me who were my previous versions, who were feeling stuck, stagnant in their careers. They were not having any idea how they can grow fast and how they can also think about another stream of income, about know what exactly they like based on their skills, based on their passion. all of these areas I started coaching people, and since then, starting from 2021 to today, we are in 2025, I'm doing the same. I've coached more than 1500 professionals so far. I'm also a best-selling author, Amazon best-selling author of this book, Build the Most Exceptional You. This is something I have written for exclusively for the professionals who are ambitious and who want a roadmap how they can grow in their career. It's written for them with my unique framework. So that's about me, and I enjoy my journey.
Thank you very much for sharing your inspiring journey with us. One thing we can surely say, you are self-made. You have experienced yourself first, that your journey, and then you are practically experiencing and then sharing that knowledge with us and uplifting them. This is truly amazing, Mega. So the intention behind this podcast, as I we have, is like we'd like to help the people who are struggling to get a dream job, who wanted to grow in their career, who are stuck in their current career. So, as an expert, I would like to get some more strategies, tips, and your knowledge to share with our audience, which will be helpful for them. To start with, I would like to ask you first, what are the three mistakes you see that Indian job seekers make while they are looking for a job today?
Okay, so very good question, and I keep on saying this to a lot of people through my content as well. I say this. The first mistake that I see professionals make is they create very generic resumes. They feel that once we have created, like they create a biodata that we have for the marriages. Once it is created, that can be circulated at multiple places. It's not the case with the resumes exclusively. So that's the first mistake that they do, that without considering the JDs, the job description, they just create generic resumes. That's number one mistake that they do. Second mistake that they do is they just rely on the job portals and company websites. Job portals that a lot of people know, that Naukri.com, Monster.com, and company websites, all these things. They just rely on this and they just apply and just wait. That is another mistake they do. Rather than that, they have to actually approach proactively. I'll talk about it later. The third mistake that they do is quantity over quality. Okay, so what they do is they apply at multiple places without even looking into what is their strength and what exactly they want to become, what exactly is their goal. They just want to change their job so desperately that they forget the fact that it's also very important to land into a job that you want to do. It's not just to get something, it's just also very important to get into something that you genuinely like, and you can flourish in that, without which it's very difficult. So these are the three mistakes that professionals make while searching for a job.
Thank you very much, Megha, for sharing that and explaining it very well. You have also answered the partially. So I would request you, can you give a quick tip for CV as well as the second mistake, third mistake? So how they can improve quickly or they should do instead of avoiding these mistakes?
So it's very simple actually. As I said, resume, I said a lot of people just make the generic resumes. Simple tactic here is you consider the JD, because the JD, what JD is mentioning, some of those things should be there in your resume. Your JD is a mirror, okay? And if you're ignoring the JD and if you're just creating what you want to create or what you have to offer, then a lot of times there is no match, okay? So whenever you're applying for a job, please observe, read the JD very carefully. You can also note down what are the areas where you are not really competent. It's okay. There are times when you are not matching 100% criteria of whatever is mentioned in the JD, which is absolutely okay. Sometimes people feel that, we are not actually ticking on the all things, whatever it is given. It's okay. Even it is 50 to 60%, still you have good chances.
Okay.
But if you are not mentioning some of the important keywords from the JD in your resume, then a lot of times you will not get shortlisted. And thanks to the application tracking system, that is ATS system, because it's going to pick some of the keywords from your resume. So this is very important thing in terms of CV.
Okay, so I can say like what you are trying to say here is to beat the ATS, they should grab some keywords from the job description and they should include that in their CV. So audience, here the most important tip you got it, your CV should match to job description and the keyword, then only you can beat to ATS. Thank you very much for this wonderful tip. Yeah, about the company website which they rely on and how you can would like to guide them for tackling it.
Yeah, this is definitely I would like to talk. See, when I mean 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, we only had this choice of applying on job portals and company websites. But today that's not the case. And thank you to the social media world. Okay. So basically, when we are living in this era of social media offers us the opportunity to connect with the people, professionals from various industries. Now, in this context, if you are just relying on the job portals and the websites, what's going to happen is you are going to lose a lot of chances to get connected with amazing people. That is something a lot of people don't understand. And here, my suggestion to them would be start networking with people from your industry, people who can be decision makers, or maybe the people who are working in your dream companies. Start networking with them. That would definitely increase your chances to get hired or to get referrals from in the companies. Okay, so this is something can definitely work for you when you are not just relying on the job portals and company website, but parallelly you are also building a social network based on the platforms like LinkedIn. Okay, exclusively I would like to mention over LinkedIn here because that's the platform today which has wide reach. It's across globe. We can connect with absolutely anyone. In case you really want to connect with that person who is coming from your industry, you have a reason to connect with that person. People are open here. People connect with you. They can also share some advice from their side in case you are asking them genuinely, politely. So all these opportunities that we are getting in today's era, that's why I call this as a golden era, and LinkedIn is a gold mine, uh, which everybody should really, really leverage, and they should understand how they can actually get that particular platform for their advantage.
Thank you very much, Megha, because this was really needed for many people to opening their eyes, not to rely only on job portal and from the company website. As you rightly said, social media, they have plenty access. They have lot of platform where they can utilize and find a better opportunity. The third question, you have already explained the third point in while answering the last. So we'll move to another. Before even looking for a job change and starting a job change, why do you think the so many professional feel stuck in their career despite having a good skill?
Very good question. So, here I would like to tell to all the people who are watching this podcast, whether you are early professional, whether you are an experienced professional, or you are just starting your career. See, your degrees and certificates will never give you the opportunities. If you're just relying on, I have a degree of this particular college, I have a degree of this particular university, my academic is excellent, that will not help you all the time. I'm not saying it will not help at all, but it will not help you all the time. Meaning, after few years, how you are building your skills in the practical world, that also gets counted. Not just that, how you show that to the world is a major factor here. So, your skills, your expertise is one part of it, and the second part of it is how you package it, how you show that to the world. That's the very important part here. And most of the professionals, even though they have good skills, knowledge, they can actually solve good problems in the industry. They are very knowledgeable, they are very hardworking. However, they fail to showcase their skills or they fail to package their skills in a way that can be understood as an expertise skill in the market. Okay, so if somebody is not really considering you as an expert, they'll not pay you higher. Okay, then your growth will be limited. Your growth will be stopped at some stage. So that is the reason most of the professionals, even though they are knowledgeable, even though they are skillful, expert, still they are feeling stuck. Reason, they are not able to package their skills, not able to build the visibility in front of the right people. These are the two important reasons that I keep on saying time to time.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Megha, you mentioned about showcasing your skills, right? I would like to check, since you are already a mid-career coach and you help others to land in a dream job in shortest time. So, is there anything you help people to building their personal brand and showcasing them on a social media? Do you have any courses or anything? How do you help in that way as well?
Yes, I do have. So I have an entire process of helping people starting from getting the clarity about what kind of job roles are suitable for them.
Okay.
There is an assessment that I do. Based on that, they understand that what are their strength areas and which type of job roles they should be going in. After that, the first stage is clarity. The second stage is visibility, wherein I help them to build the visibility on the platforms like LinkedIn. I have a complete course on that, wherein even if you're a beginner who doesn't know anything about this platform, even you don't have an account on this platform, I handhold you with my courses and you become really, at a good level in terms of LinkedIn skills. You understand how to LinkedIn for your job search journey, for your career growth journey. So that is the visibility part, the second step. So when you build the visibility, the third step is I help them to network with the right people. Okay, the second step, visibility, there includes how they package their skills on this platform. Okay, the third stage, networking, wherein I help them to connect with the people who can really help them to get into the jobs that they want. So building, networking with the right people, with the right strategies, right intent, that is something is again part of the process. And after that, there is a very beautiful process that I call as personal branding process. That is to build your influence on this platform. In this personal branding, exclusively when you create something, you become a creator on this platform as an expert. You position yourself as a subject matter expert in your domain. That is something is a game changer for most of the professionals. So how to position yourself, what kind of content you can create so that that would build your authority. People would see you as an expert in your domain, and also how you can uniquely position yourself amongst all those people who have applied for those that particular job. All these things comes into the personal branding journey, wherein you create your impression online on this platform. That's very important part. And after that, strategic outreaching is one of the very crucial step, wherein I help them to connect with the decision makers, to land into the inbox of the decision maker with the right scripts, so that you get the reply from the other side and your chances of getting a job interview opportunity or referral opportunity increases a lot. And the last step is also to understand the market value. What is your market value? Because a lot of professionals also make this mistake that without understanding their own market value, they just go and blindly accept any compensation for that role. So the last step is understanding your market value and learning the salary negotiation strategy. So this is the entire process I typically coach in my community that helps people to land into the right opportunities with the right compensation.
That sounds interesting, Megha. That you already have some structure, step-by-step plan for the people who are looking for a job, and you have, from the clarity to everything, every aspect you have covered in your courses. So, audience, you can find the link of those courses from the Megha's profile, as well as in the description. Also, we'll be putting the link of that. Thank you, Megha, for sharing this. So, Megha, as you said, like there are steps they have to do. So, if someone want to start either switching a job or looking for a job, so first step I would like to get from you, can you share the step by step strategy for someone who want to switch their job maybe in 60 days time period?
So I already shared, but I would repeat once. The first step is clarity.
Okay.
Clarity meaning, see, there are two types of clarity. First is the internal clarity, meaning you should understand what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and based on that, you should be able to understand which type of job roles are actually in favor of your strengths. I always tell people that you leverage your strengths rather than worrying too much about your weaknesses, because each and every one of us has weakness. So rather than worrying too much about that side, let's leverage what we can do best. That's the first step. That's the internal clarity part. External clarity part, meaning which type of industries you are really interested into, which type of companies you are interested into, which type of job profiles you are interested into. These are very important clarity questions that they should be able to answer. And after that comes your visibility. Once the clarity part is over, when you have fair clarity of how where exactly you are going to apply and which type of job roles are suitable for you, then comes your visibility part. So in visibility part, the first thing is you have to build a very comprehensive profile on the platform LinkedIn, wherein your headline has to be properly optimized, meaning there has to be some words in your headline. Those are searchable by the recruiters, hiring managers, so that your profile is searchable, as in when they are putting some keywords over there. A lot of time people don't understand this and they don't have the headline. Not just that, it also includes having a professional DP, proper banner, your about section summary, your experience summary, all these things, which is part of a comprehensive LinkedIn profile, is a must today. Because I always tell people your LinkedIn profile is your first resume. Even before they are going to, read through your resume, they are first going to find out you through your LinkedIn profile, because 95% of the recruiters, they are hiring through LinkedIn platform. So if we are understanding this algorithm, how exactly is happening, you should now understand how important it is to build your LinkedIn profile in a very elaborated manner, not shortcut, not casual. That is something which is not going to work. So that is the visibility part. The third part, as I mentioned about the networking part, who are there in your network is a very important thing. If you are searching for a job in, say, IT companies, and in your network, you just have some school friends, college friends, and there is nobody who is actually working in those companies where you would like to work, ultimately you are actually ruining your chance of getting hired or getting noticed by the people who are working in those companies. Networking is very important, and not just adding connection request, but also how we are approaching them in DMs, and what is your messaging, what is the language that you're talking. It's very important, because even though it's online, people can still feel your vibe. They can understand with what intention this person is approaching me. And whenever I say networking, a lot of people make this mistake. They just go ahead and they just put 100, 20, 50 messages in the inbox of the people who are working in good companies, and just ask that, hey, this is my resume, please consider me in your in your company, can you please refer me? Big no. Okay, this is not networking. This is not networking. So a lot of people make this mistake. If you are going to do, I don't know if you are going to get the job, but I am sure you are going to ruin your reputation, because that is something is not the process of networking. Then the fourth step that comes is your personal branding through your content writing. And this is the place wherein actually you position yourself, not just in the headline, not just by writing a summary in your about section, but by consciously creating some value in your domain. Because this is the part that I really emphasize, because this is how a lot of my mentees have got jobs in good companies. They have got notice by decision makers, and after they have gone through their content, a lot of people even have told me, my students, that the recruiter or the hiring managers, they didn't have any questions. They just said that your content creation is so valuable on your profile, and we have selected you. Now let's talk further. So they have even got the interview round was also got skipped because of the content on their profile. So most professions believe that this is not important. Maybe this is for marketeers or business owners. However, I would say extremely important for professionals. Content creation and building your personal brand through that. That is the another step. And after that, strategic outreaching, wherein you're outreaching people, you are you are building some rapport with them. Not just that, but you are also adding some value from your side. That's also very important. And before you ask something from them, you can also rather you should also add some value to the people with whom you are interacting, and then having that ask, asking them for their advice or for the calls, so that you can understand more about the job role or the company or the industry. That is the very important process of outreaching. And after that, salary negotiation, wherein the market, where is the market today in your industry? You might be earning anything today, but your next salary doesn't really depend on how much you earn today. Okay, a lot of people also make this mistake that they ask or they just get satisfied with just 10 to 15% above what they are getting. Maximum is 30% is when they believe that I got very good hike, 30% hike, very good hike. However, some of my mentees have got more than 300% hike, and they were amazed when they implemented this strategy. They were not really trusting that they can actually get it. Some of them have got 100%, some of them have got also 250%. More than 300% is also something people have got. And not just in the Indian job market, there have been a couple of mentees who have got in Singapore and Dubai, UAE market as well. So this strategies work. So what is your market value? Understanding that, and how you can also propose, you can have your positioning as per that market value is very important part here. And once you are able to do that, people will be able to give that salary to you. But if you are not confident, if you do not know how you can position yourself to that particular market value, then you are going to lose it. So market value and then salary negotiation strategy. This is the last step. This is how they get into the dream job roles with good compensation.
Thank you very much for sharing that in so detail. So you talk about the first step, which is a clarity, right? So clarity is what you have explained already. It's about what they are actually looking for, what the strength they already having, right? So this is something they can get it. But other steps which you have shared, like creating the personal brand on LinkedIn, showcasing their skill set, you already explained how to create their heading, banner, and all. But I would like to know if someone is not having that much understanding, not developed it, who are like early stage of their career, who don't know how to write the proper skill set, and what are the like how they can get that expertise while writing their profile on the social media.
Okay, so see, there are two ways. One is you struggle, you do that a couple of times. Another way is to find out somebody who can help you with that, who have been there, who have done that. So all the time you have to understand that you might be skillful in one of the skill in your domain. Maybe you're expert into coding, but if you are struggling with some of the skills, like I am talking here, job search strategies and personal branding and resume writing and salary negotiation strategy, if you're struggling with this, please take help of the experts. There are a lot of people today who help. There are career coaches, they have programs to offer, because it's the opportunity cost that really matters. A lot of times I have seen people coming back to me after 1 year, 2 year, even though they were knowing me, a couple of years ago, but that time they were not able to take that decision why they should come to me and learn. But when they realize that on their own they are not able to crack the code, right? So my advice to you would be, one thing is you try to figure it out on your own. I'm not saying that you cannot, but the time that is required in this process might be longer. Now, what do you prefer? It's completely up to you. If you're okay to wait for 1 year, 2 year, okay to lose the money that you might have earned into new jobs, new opportunities, if you're okay with that, then go ahead with that process. You figure it out on your own. Watch free YouTube videos. There are a lot of YouTube videos. You can do that as well. And the second approach, if you really are serious about it, that I want to crack the code and I don't want to waste my time, which is very precious. Already there is so much of competition in the market, and if we are not understanding what's working in the market, what's working in the hiring process, if you don't know that, you will lose the game. Okay, so second way is go to the experts and you can really crack the code.
True, true. Agree with you. So, are there any simple changes that professionals can make today to get more notice or get more interview calls? Some tips you would like to share here?
One tip is definitely do not just apply on job portals and company profiles. That is one tip. LinkedIn visibility is very important tip here.
Mhm.
Okay, if you have LinkedIn visibility, your chances of getting noticed by people would automatically increase. And one more tip is also build a network, not just online but offline as well, because a lot of times we underestimate the power of offline network that we already have in our life. There are no new connections, but the people like, and a lot of my mentees have got breakthroughs through this is the strategy that you have your alumni where you have done your graduation, post graduation, MBA or whatnot. So in that college you have your juniors, seniors, your classmates. Go and connect with them. You check your ex-colleagues. If you have switched maybe to 2 3 companies, then go and check with your ex-colleagues. Go and check with your relatives. You are working in typical industries. So there are a lot of known people also that we have in our network. But the problem is a lot of times we have the hesitation of asking. People feel that why should I ask? Why should I showcase that I'm searching for a job? I think more than that, you should expand your context, that it's opportunity for you to have a conversation around what's going on in the market. So build that particular network. Maybe they are your friends, family, colleagues, that relatives, and even your neighbors. Why not? That is also one of the tip I would give, that please explore and build some good relationships with all these people. They can also guide you somewhere, because there is no new network here, but the existing network, how you can leverage is the key over here.
I absolutely agree with you because network has that power. True.
Yes.
But here is one another side is like networking scares many people. How can the introverts or a busy professional build a meaningful connection? What you would guide them here on this?
So see, what happens is, earlier I also used to believe this, that introverts cannot really do good networking. They feel shy. But to my surprise, I found out this through my experience as well as through research, and then I later on understood that it is the research. It is proved by research that introverts are most trustworthy people. So
Absolutely.
when you are actually networking with new people more than the outgoing people, the new people are going to trust you more than any other outgoing person. This is the research. So you should not fear that you are an introvert. Just be yourself. And also one more hack here, whether you're extrovert, introvert, nobody's fully extrovert or fully introvert. We are ambiverts. We all are ambiverts. We have both the combinations in us. So one key I would like to give in the networking specifically is always think for win-win. If you are just talking to somebody only because you want something from them, you want a job referral, you want some hack, you want some key from them, then that might not work for long run. You should also ask this question, that what I can offer to this person. And that is when the win-win situation is created, and that is when you would have long lasting relationships in your professional life. Otherwise, if you're just trying to get from that person without even thinking that what would be his or her expectation from you, you have lost the game actually. So win-win is the very important mantra for building great networks. Whether you are introvert, extrovert, doesn't really matter. If you follow this, people are going to love you. People really are going to understand that this person is not there just to ask, but he is or she is always there even to give, and always can help me whenever I need. So this is something is very important mantra for networking.
Thank you very much, Megha, because this is truly amazing. Win-win, and connecting in that way with that intention definitely enhance the relation, and that too proper and honest relationship. So since we have got the clarity, we have built a personal brand, we have started getting the network. Now, then what are the most common interview mistakes? Because through the relation, we may get an interview calls and opportunities. What are the common interview mistakes professionals make and how to fix them?
Okay, so first common mistake is their first question that they answer. Tell me about yourself.
Okay.
I think 90% of the times you get hired based on how you answer this question. Your body language is seen, how is your tonality that is seen, and what are your words, what is your script that is also seen. So the biggest mistake that people make here is they go unprepared because they will prepare for all the difficult questions of technical questions. They will prepare for that. But the simplest question they won't prepare is tell me about yourself because they think that it's myself, I can tell anything that I want. No, you are wrong. The answer of this question should be your elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is in just 1 minute time, you should be able to define who you are and what value you bring to the table for the organization. Because nobody is interested in your skills and expertise. What they're interested into, what kind of transferable skill sets you are bringing for that organization. Because based on that, they are going to hire you and not how stalwart you are and for what you were doing earlier. It is really not. It really doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is how much value you can offer to them in that company or in that job role. So prepare for the elevator pitch. Not preparing for the elevator pitch is the biggest mistake. The second mistake that they make is what they do is actually they do not research about the company. They do not even research about the person who is going to interview them, and it's so very essential because we are humans. Currently all the processes of job interview process, I believe most of them are like interview processes are taken by humans, and every human has a bias. Okay, every human has a bias. For example, if I am told to select a candidate for a particular job role, I would be having definitely on the paper there are few things. I am not denying the facts that there has to be some KRAs and KPIs associated with that job role. However, as a person, based on my value system, based on who I am, I would definitely have a bias towards a certain type of person or kind of qualities that I'm looking for that role, and that varies from the recruiter to recruiter or the interviewer to interviewer. I would say here, so if you have not researched about the person, you have not researched about the company, you will not understand their culture, you will not understand the personality of the person who is going to interview you, and that would be another mistake. And when you will just go there and you'll just attend that particular interview, you will like, I didn't expect this kind of questions that this person is asking me.
True.
Possible, right? Because you have not done the research about that person. He might ask you a few questions based on his own, persona and personality. So I think this is also another mistake that people make. And third, as I said already in my, the step-by-step process, they do not research about their own market value. And even if they crack the technical round of job interview, somehow they either settle on the salary negotiation part with whatever company is offering, they settle on lesser compared to what they can get, or else they lose the opportunity. Okay, I have also seen people specifically at the good roles. If you are not a good negotiator, people might reject you. People feel that, okay, good, at least I'm getting job, let me take this. But at higher positions as a leader, they also want to see your negotiation skills. And if you're not prepared for that, if you're settling for less, then they might also have a doubt whether this person is needy or not, and whether this person can actually do the justice for the job roles that we are taking him for. usually the upper side of roles after middle management, manager and senior manager and even vice presidents and those kind of roles, they are going to check. So if you are not prepared for this part, again, the first part, despite of that part being, cracked, this part you might fail, and that could be the mistake.
You actually catch very well and you explain it in detail. Thank you very much. Because Megha, in 90% interviewer take a decision in first three questions only. They understood it once they asked the first question. So you have explained it very well. So what I understood from all this discussion about interview related, what you are saying is they should prepare well.
Yes.
Not their answer, but they should know about themselves well and say it confidently, deliver it
Yeah.
confidently. Second, they should research properly. They should research about company as well as the interviewer. The moment they create a rapport with the interviewer and knows what kind of person he is and about the company's value, and then it will give them a confident,
Yeah.
right? So, and about their market value as well, as you said in third point. That thank you very much. And you talk about the negotiation part. Okay. I would like to know, like, can you share some powerful tips for salary negotiation that actually works?
So first tip is market research.
Mhm.
Go and find out what market is offering for that position. Second tip is also increase your self-worth, because most of the times, even though people know that for this position maybe 50 lakhs is the CTC, but just because they have low self-esteem, they have low self-worth, they are not able to ask for that. So they have to work on their mindset, they have to work on their self-image, that can actually help them to confidently ask for the salary that they are they deserve basically. And the third tip is go prepared, because as I said, no, when you go unprepared, you can actually speak anything and that is really going to ruin the game. And here is the catch in this process actually, that I always tell people. Let's say somebody is working for 5 years in one company, and then after that that person is changing the company. 5 years of hard work, now that person wants to change the company, and how much time do you get to ask for the right value? Only 15 minutes. 5 years versus 15 minutes, and plus your maybe next 3 to 4 years also depend on that. So 15 minutes is the time you get to prove your value, to prove it to them that yes, you deserve to whatever is the market value, or maybe more than that, because you have positioned yourself uniquely. So to produce that kind of output in that 15 minute, you have to be super super prepared, otherwise you are going to lose. It's like Olympics, right? People are going and playing in the Olympics because they are trying it very every day, they are doing the practice, and then that time they are performing. But just imagine here, consider this is the Olympics, and you're not doing anything and you're going there. What is the use of that? No,
Yeah.
there is no use actually when you're going unprepared for the salary negotiation. You do some mock, you do some preparation. Now we are blessed to have chat gpt. Go and converse with chat gpt. AI is there, a lot of AI tools might be there in the market, but you can practice a lot and then go. That is something I want to tell, because that is the major thing here.
You have highlighted very important point here, Mega. That is the 15 minutes. The person who spent 5 years and his performance during that 15 minute can decide his future as well as the future 5 to 10 years, right? So this is very important here to understand the audience. Like the preparation is very crucial and important. Don't go without unprepared. As Meg has already said, we can take help of ChatGPT and other AI as well, right? So do that and then only move to for your interviews and then only start to looking for a job. So after say job, you also talk about the some spending many years in a company and next that I would like to ask here about the career planning in that way. If those people are spending 5 years, 10 years in an organization, I would like to know how can a professional choose the right career path instead of jumping from job to job or instead of staying with only one organization.
Okay. So before I answer this question, let me also highlight a few facts. Those are there, you
Mm.
know, already there in the market in the year 2025. And the first thing is AI is going to take a lot of jobs.
Sure.
If I have to be specific, 9 million jobs are going to get taken by AI. At the same time, it's going to create 11 million jobs. So, needless to say that every 8 professionals out of 10 might have to experience a lot of shift in their career roles, whatever they are doing now. Eventually, in next 2 to 3 years, a lot of people are going to experience a lot of changes in their profile. They might have to quit what they are doing, or they might have to upskill to match with the speed of AI. We don't have to fear AI here, absolutely. A lot of people also get scared that, what can I do? I'm actually fearing AI. But I always tell that, make AI your friend, because once you make AI your friend, then your chances of survival would be more. Okay, if you are making AI as your friend in whatever roles you are now today, but just parallel to that, if you can also, talk about, rather search about what AI can also do in this area and how I can also equip myself with this new AI skills. AI is the new literacy today. Like earlier, everybody knows that to work in good companies, MNCs, English literacy was important, rather is important. But now everybody can speak it. But today, AI literacy is going to be like that. If you are not AI literate, they might not hire you. So this is something very important parameter to be considered when you are looking for planning your next career. Now, some people might get shocked due to this, but it's my duty as a career coach to make people aware that gone are the days wherein people used to retire in one company and one industry. There used to be between time wherein people used to switch 2 to 3 companies in one like career span. We have a career span of 20 years. Say, we start getting job, or we start doing any job at the age of 2021, and till the age of say 60, everybody works. That's the official age, for example. So 20 years of span, if you see, what happens is in this major 20 years, you will be, it's not 20 years, sorry, I'm I think mistaken. It's 40 years of span, right?
40, 40.
40 years of span. I'm so sorry. So 40 years of span, what happens is earlier people used to work in the same industry for this 40 years of span. Now we have to prepare ourselves to change at least 2 career paths. So each and every person today, if you are somebody who is between the age group of say 25 to even 45 to 50 as well, in this age group bracket, people, be ready to change your jobs, at least not jobs, your industries at least 2 times. Like I said, I was working in engineering industry earlier. This is my second career. I
Okay.
am ready, I am agile to even switch to my third career in the lifetime. Say I want to work till 75, 80, whatever age I want to work. So after say 16 years of my job, I transition from one industry to another industry. Maybe after a few years, I might have to switch to the third career. So that everybody should be ready with. This is something I just want to make people aware about. If they are planning for their career, these are some of the things that you should be considering.
Okay. You highlight very crucial point here. Though you have given clarity in the lifespan, they should be ready when they are doing the career planning. But one thing was very like people may get worried by listening the numbers which you have shared. 9 million job. So they will be like, oh, what to do? And at the same time, you have given the 11 millions will be created. So
Yeah.
during this transition, yeah, would you like to share some hacks or tips what they can do, how they can prepare or safeguard themselves or get ready for the opportunities which AI will create?
See, here there are a lot of things that people can do. One way which is very easy that people know is go and do some AI courses and certification.
Okay.
But I believe that at certain stage of people, even if they are going to do some AI certification, are you going to take a role which is going to be a starting position just based on that AI certification? Absolutely no. So what I mean here is at your level, how you can implement that AI knowledge in your industry to solve bigger problem, that is something is very important. Not just that, along with AI is a tool. Along with AI, what kind of vital skills you can build so that you become irreplaceable, that is also senior people should think of. Like human skills, emotional intelligence and leadership and team building, all these skills, strategic thinking, this cannot be taken up by AI. Rather, I would say that if you are in this world, if you build leadership skills, you would have very less competition rather than just taking out some courses on AI, which is still going to perform some functional job roles. So, functional job roles, yes, you might learn few things and again go back to the low grade jobs, the beginning level jobs. I'm not calling low grade; it's a beginning level job. Or else you can actually hold the hand of AI. You can embrace the AI era, and with that you can empower your leadership skills that can take you very different at a very different height. I think that is something is very crucial here to understand rather than just for the sake of upgradation. I'm seeing a lot of people are having that trend. Okay, they are enrolling for each and any course that they are coming across.
Mm.
But my question to you is simple. If you are working at an age wherein you have already worked for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, more than 30 years in industry, are you going to go back to the early job roles, like the beginner job role? I don't think so. Because those kind of job roles, there are young people who are already coming, no? So you should think differently. Rather than just taking AI courses, you should have some strategic thinking. And here is the place I think humans can help you, not AI. And how humans, as I tell, go to experts, go to career coaches who can actually give you based on who you are and what they can actually help you to plan your next career based on their experience if you are really struggling in that area. So this is how people can actually you know understand opportunities and they can prepare themselves for those opportunities.
Thank you, Megha. So Megha, I like understood from here is like the people they should be ready themselves for a future and how they can. So the tips you have given are very fantastic to apply here. Like they should be get ready, learn that, and that continuous learning is very important here. And it emphasizes that learning part from AI, from expert, whether it is. So I would like to ask you what role does continuous learning will play in the career growth today?
See, I would like to add one more word here,
Mhm.
which is conscious. I
Okay.
see some people who are continuously learning
Okay.
and they are becoming learning junkies.
Mhm.
That's why I want to add the word continuous conscious learning is the key. And I already answered this in brief for the earlier question.
Yes.
You just if you just sign up for each and every course that is coming your way, it's not going to help you. Be conscious about what exactly you want to learn. Because if you want to learn everything, then it's going to be a disaster. People are really not going to understand what you want to do in life. That consciousness is very important here. Of course, we have to learn continuously. I'm not saying that. I call that as a lifelong learner thing. We all should be the lifelong learners. However, it should be the conscious learning. It should not be just because somebody is telling that you should learn, you should do something, and that's why every weekend I'm doing something, every other month I'm enrolling into something. Formula for failure,
So the conscious
for sure.
learning is very important here, as you said.
Yes.
I'm curious about because you emphasize that your mentees result, your courses, you have said about it. I would like to know, how do you help professional to double their income in just 21 days and land in their dream job? Would you like to throw some
I think
light?
I have already explained the process.
That the
Starting from clarity to visibility to networking. As I told, a lot of my mentees have got 200%, 250%, even more than 300% hikes as well. That
Mhm.
is what is the process that I talk about. Of course, I would not say that this is achieved by every person who has enrolled in my programs. I don't say that because I don't want to give a false belief to somebody who is watching this. It depends on a lot of factors actually. What is your current market value? What are your skills? And what kind of skills are there in the market? What kind of industry you're working into? There are a lot of factors. There's a lot of permutations and combination. Based on that, this 2x parameter is dependent. However, if you think you're underpaid, you have good chances to get up to 60 to 70% hike for sure. And a lot of cases, you can also go up to 100%. That is 2x. Okay, if you follow this entire process, you get. But if you're already well placed, and if you see that the industry wherein you're working, that industry is becoming stagnant, that particular industry, skills are not in demand in the market, then maybe you might not get 2x, but you can get some advantage over there, I would say.
Okay, fine. So, I want to know, what are the three habits that every professional must build, in their career to get the exceptional growth, or always go on a growth side or on a top, according to you?
So, first is clarity.
Uh-huh.
They should get the clarity at each and every step why they are doing something. Are they just chasing the positions, or is it really aligned with what they want to do? Second thing is visibility. They should make sure that they are building the visibility in front of right people, whether it is inside the organization or outside the organization. And third thing is networking. Networking is the constant thing that they should be doing, is the day-to-day habit that they have to do, rather than just sitting at the desk and doing their work and not understanding what is going on, like outside their world. That's not going to help them. So third thing is networking. That definitely, these three habits can definitely help them.
Thank you very much. So, by discussing all of this so far, what I feel is like this, the news about 9 million, 11 million, and the learning and selecting proper conscious courses. Lot of thing people will be like overwhelmed by listening this sometime. What do you think the motivation or the mindset, how they can maintain the positivity in all this transition, looking by the competitions nowadays? What things they should do to maintain themselves with the positive mindset and focus on their career, according to you?
Okay, so here I would say comparison is the formula to fail. So don't compare yourself with anybody else.
Mhm.
Competition would always be there. It was always there. It's not today wherein you are competing with somebody. It was always there. What we have to understand is just compare yourself with yourself. Meaning, who were you yesterday? Who are you today? What kind of awareness you are bringing each and every day? That's important. Compare yourself, the previous version and today's version. Keep on evolving that, and just also have the faith, because I believe in this as well. That is really spiritual angle. However, I believe in this a lot when I guide professionals, that see, you should also have the faith in the universe. That universe is going to show you a way if you have good intention in your heart. So when you're doing, of course, I'm not saying that you should not do the strategies part. It's important to do that as well. However, while doing this, in case you're getting some failures, in case few things are not working, have the faith in your heart that the universe is with you. Maybe these are the learnings. Maybe it is making you learn few more things before it's going to take you to the destination that you want to get in. So all these things are going to help them from the mindset perspective.
Thank you, Mega, for sharing this. And now I'll ask couple of questions which you can answer. No, it's a rapid fire round. I would like to get some tips basically in every answer from your side. This is what I am expecting. First question: one piece of advice for a fresher to struggling to get their first job.
Build your profile on LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay. So then one LinkedIn growth tip for the professional who often ignore the LinkedIn.
If you're not creating content, at least start engaging with the people who are creating content. That's the big tip I can give.
Okay. One action step to take today to move closer to their dream job.
Get more clarity about who you are, what are your strengths, and what are your weaknesses.
Okay. One thing they should stop doing in their job search.
Don't just be passive by applying. Don't just apply and wait, but be proactive in reaching out to people.
Great. So thank you very much, Megha, for answering all those questions. I would like to know more about your book, which you have shown. So, and a little bit about if you can focus, throw some light more about your community and your book. Would like to know that and would love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this book, as I said, I published this book in the year 2022, Build the Most Exceptional You. It's a contemporary way to build a highly successful career, and I have given a complete framework. As you were asking me the steps, but it is more scientifically I have given in this particular book.
Mm-hmm.
Rather, the name of my framework is science. That is something I've given, and every step people can actually find out a lot of cheat sheets and the questionnaire that can help them to get clarity about themselves. As you were asking about the first step, also the first step could be the book. I can definitely say that a lot of people have got that advantage, and then they can understand that how they can navigate to certain careers and how is the process for that. So that's about the book. And to talk about my community, so I call my community as Career Transformation Club. That is the name of my community. So currently, I have the people who are having experience more than 10 years till even the people who are having experience of 25 years. So this is the age group, wherein middle age group specifically, wherein people are having some certain years of experience in their careers. Some of them are really looking forward to get into new positions, leadership positions, new jobs. Some of the people are wanting to build their second stream of income based on the skills and the expertise that they have developed so far in their careers. So I also guide professionals, mid-career professionals exclusively to build their digital side hustles. So today we are living in the digital era, and if, as I said, AI is going to take a lot of things, right? So one of the career option could also be building your digital side hustle. That could be your second career in the digital area. Rather than working with some other organization, parallelly you can build it like I did. Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if somebody would have asked me that what are you going to do, I was not knowing any, I was not having any idea. Rather, sitting at home, if I can double the income that I used to have in my corporate job, if I would already got to that stage, tripled my income from that stage, I can definitely tell people that you can still think of building your digital side hustle parallel to your job, because you never know how is the entire thing is going. Okay, maybe some of the industries are also going to die, by the way. Like some of the industries are already at the stage of extinct, and a lot of, if AI is going to take over a lot of roles, and if you're really not ready, or you're not qualified to even upgrade yourself to the different new industries, you should be leveraging something that you already know by building your digital side hustle. You can become a coach, you can become a consultant, you can become a freelancer, you can become a service provider. There are various ways of doing it by building your digital services. And just by sitting at home, by having that time freedom, place freedom, you can definitely also earn money. And once you start this building parallelly with your job, then you can get more confidence that even when you have to quit your job, you would have some stream of income that is paying you. and then you can confidently take those steps forward. So this is something is my community about. There are a lot of people who have built their side hustles parallelly. They have quit their jobs as well, and they are now fully focused on their side hustles. There are some people who are still doing and doing very good parallel to their job as well, without compromising on their career growth. Because as I said, it's a mid-career transformation. It's not just job search or salary hike is just one of the milestone in my community. I always tell people that's not your destiny. Your destiny should be financial freedom. Your destiny should be creating that legacy about what you really love. And also, I call all my community members as impact creators. So my goal, rather my vision for all my community members is to make them impact creators, so that in whatever possible ways they can create impact in the society, they can create impact in the nation, and of course they are earning good. Okay, because first we have to also become, financially free, and we have to also earn money, then only we can support a lot of people around us. So that is something is the goal for the community, wherein all together we look for career post strategies, we look for leadership, which is the new upcoming thing that's going to be required, and plus your understanding about digital era, building something of your own. And I also call this as your purposeful side hustle, something that is aligned with your purpose. Maybe today you don't want to flourish it fully because you are already working at some job. However, you want to get started today, eventually you can make it big. But the clarity you're getting today and you're already getting started with that, that is something is happening in the community. And I'm super, super happy that I'm able to help these people, and I enjoy also whatever I'm doing.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much for sharing all this detail. So definitely for those who are interested for the courses as well as book, that link will add in a description. So what all this discussion we had so far is you have given us a clear roadmap for the job seeker, which start from the clarity. They should first get the clarity where they want to head, what they want to do, what is their strength based on that. And then you have guided very well about the visibility, and you have emphasized on LinkedIn. And they also should not depend on the job portal only or the company website only. They should create a very good brand on LinkedIn and use it properly, because that is the most professionally used by many professionals and recruiters. That's what we have understood. Apart from that, you have also guided us for other strategies like looking their value, doing the market research, and creating the proper positioning themselves, their USP, finding out USP and positioning themselves to attract the recruiters and job opportunities. You thankfully you have given a lot of hack for the salary negotiation, for next career guidance. You are also guided us what are the changes coming, upcoming changes due to AI, and how to tackle those AI related changes. What are the preparation they can do, a mid-career professional can do, and lot of tips we have come to know from talking to you. Thank you very much, Mega, for investing your time and sharing those valuable tips with our audience. We're definitely grateful for this, and we are looking more guidance from your side in future on a specific topic. We may connect and give this more knowledge to our audience. Thank you very much once again, Mega, for this.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for having me here. I'm also very happy that we had this conversation that might help a lot of people.
Definitely. Thank you, job seekers. And comment in this video what else you are looking for, what guidance you wanted. We'll come up with such more videos for you. Any particular tips, guides which you like, you can mention here. Thank you very much once again, audience, and thank you very much, Mega, for joining us as an expert and guiding us. Thank you.